What's up, folks? I'm back with another walk and talk motivation video for y'all. Really for me, sometimes you gotta talk to yourself to pump yourself up. But I'm sharing my morning thoughts and my morning self-talks with y'all. So last night, I made a similar video about me walking to work, which is what I'm doing right now. I made a similar video about this hill that I go up and down every day, that I have to go to this job. And so I was thinking about it, throughout the night, woke up this morning and, going through all of that, my morning routine. And I was like, damn, this hill is like doing bench presses. Because like I said last night, like going to work is pretty easy. Got to go down the hill. Coming from work is the hardest push I got to do to get back home, to reach my goal, right? And bench presses, when you're pushing that bar up, that's the hardest part of the whole bench press. That's the hardest part. Coming back down from the bench press is easy because all you're doing is relaxing your muscles again, but in increments, right? So I'm thinking, I'm going in my head, and I'm like, damn. Like last night, I had about 3 people, hey man, you need a ride? I'm like, nah, man, I'm good. I'm all right. I gotta do this walk. I gotta walk this one. You sure? Yeah, definitely sure. And that's the key word, definite. You gotta have a definite purpose, a definite goal in mind. I have a definite purpose, a definite goal in mind when I'm making these walks to and from work. I'm trying to burn some weight. I'm trying to strengthen my legs, trying to strengthen my cardiovascular system in a bunch of different ways, a bunch of other things, So, me doing this walk is like, okay, it's like a long bench press or leg press, I guess if you want to call it. Going down the hill is me relaxing and making my way to work. And then as I go to work and I'm at work, what's going on, brother?
All right.
I'm pushing, I'm breathing and all this other stuff. But then once I come back up this hill at the end of the day, I gotta push. I gotta push. And that same idea goes throughout life. Like, it's easy to go down and further down and further down, but it's hard to get back up, man. Shit ain't easy. But see, it ain't supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to be easy. That's how successful people are born. Is going through that hard shit and coming out on the other side. So I'm doing the easy part now, going down the hill, making my way to work. I'm gonna have to pause the video in a few pair of minutes so I can clock in. But this is the easy part. Like I said, it's like doing those bench presses. Going down with the bars is easy. All you're doing is relaxing. But that last push ain't no joke. And as I'm going down this hill, you got people driving past me. You got people walking past me, going the opposite direction and all that stuff. But it's like people, metaphorically, people are so quick to take the easy route and drive back down that hill. So what I mean by that is, like, it's easy to get caught up in drugs. It's easy to get caught up in just being hard on yourself and just letting that emotion, that hardship just sit you down and go right back down the hill, back into the hardship. It's easy to do that. What makes it a push is that you take that feeling, you take that hardship, and you keep walking up this damn hill. You keep walking up this hill. And so when I come back home later, I'm going to keep walking up this hill. Because if you walking up a hill, if you walking and you look back, or like if you go through a journey through life, right, you look back like, damn, I didn't realize I made it this far. Because you had your head down and you was walking up this hill. You know? And so a lot of people will stop once they look back and see how far they've come. A lot of people will stop and just be satisfied with where they are and just get complacent, get completely just satisfied and just stop moving, not realizing, yo, you only got a few more blocks until you reach your goal. You know, it's easy to look back and be like, yo, I'm like super far away from where I was before, man. I'm making it. I made it. I'm here. That ain't how this works, man. Once you make it up the top of that hill, guess what? There's a bigger hill that's much more steep, that's much more rugged and rough that you gotta walk up to now. Because you gotta go through life as a constant progression. And you got to have these self-talks. You got to have these moments where you realize, did I make it this far just to come here and stop here? You know what I'm saying? Nah. Sorry, I was about to get a little loud. We got the construction crew. I wish I could mute this. And truth be told, I'm going to tell you, like, only reason why I'm starting to sweat now is because it's hot. It's hot this morning. But other than that, like, I wouldn't be sweating. But, you got people driving down the hill, and you got the lucky few who have the capabilities to drive up the hill. And I'm speaking metaphorically to say that you have people who have the financial background or the support from friends or family to help drive them up the hill versus people who are literally by themselves walking up and or down this hill. But just like you got people that support you driving up the hill, you got people that support you driving smooth down this hill. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got people people call them enablers or however you want to call it. But you got people who's going to drive you smooth down this hill. And you're not going to see it coming because it's a fast-paced motion. It's like, oh, hey, man, I got a drink for you. And that drink turns into 2 or 3 shots, and and then it just takes one really bad life decision to drive you down this hill, and that's easy to make. But even in cars, when you're driving up a hill, when you have that support, even in cars still have a tough time making it up hills. It depends on how steep the car is, how it's made, and all this other bull. But even metaphorically, you still have a tough time because it requires work. It requires that extra push, that extra oomph to push past the point where you want to stop. It requires that. In my family, we say push past quit. What does that mean? You get to a point where your body is hurting, aching, in freaking pain, and you don't want to do no more. Go for one more. Watch what happens. Watch that transformation happen. It doesn't have to be a big leap. You don't have to shoot for 25 more after you reach this quitting point. You don't got to do that to yourself. That's how injuries happen and all this other stuff. But if you just do one more, guess what? You're better than you was yesterday. Because yesterday, you wasn't doing that one more. You was done when you was done. So, moral of the story is, keep pushing. Because you never know how close you are from your goal. Or how close you are to your goal. And don't stop. Just don't stop. And then once you actually reach a goal, find a bigger goal. Once you reach the top of your hill, find a bigger one. Because it'll only go better from where you are. It can only go better from where you are. And if you find a support system, if you find your friends, if you have your wife or a husband, you know, whatever your motivation is that drives you up that hill, keep them around. Because those are the people that's going to be there for you through thick and thin. So, with this video, I hope I was able to help some people through some tough times. And I hope I was able to motivate some people to reach some goals, some personal goals. And they don't have to be super huge goals or nothing, but just small goals every single day accumulate into those bigger goals. Those small little everyday goals accumulate into, oh damn, I didn't realize I made it this far. I was just doing little shit every day. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I can't make it to work without taking the first step. Those are small goals right here. 1 step, 2 step, 1 step, 2 step. I can't jump and just be at work. It don't work like that. You gotta take a step by freaking step. And that's how it goes. So don't let nobody try to hyper push you into something that you know is unattainable in that short amount of time. Do what's best for you and do what works for you in your situation. All right? So peace, love, unity, and respect for everybody. I'm out.